Why did God create illness? When people get sick, they often wonder, what is this punishment for? I sometimes hear people say that God punishes sinners with illness. I will never pretend to know why God does what he does, but I'm certain that we should never say that sickness is a whip for those who misbehave. When someone is sick, we should not look to justify their illness. We must pray for them, which means, on the contrary, we have to look to justify their recovery. If we can, we should help them with their medical advice, with their practical needs. We should go visit them. Visiting the sick is a great mitzvah. This is how the Torah commands us to act when someone else is sick. But if I myself got ill, then there are several spiritual exercises that can help me recover faster. A great Jewish sage, a philosopher and a physician, Maimonides, always told his patients, there are three of us here, you, the disease, and me. I am fighting the disease. The side you will take will end up in majority and will win. You don't like being sick? Maybe a little bit. You know what? Make a list of all of the little benefits you get from being ill. You can rest up. Now everybody calls and asks how you are doing. You are being looked after. And then write down how you can get these benefits without your illness. By doing this, you tell your illness that you don't need it anymore at all. I don't need you, sickness, even on my subconscious level. This helps being emotionally ready to recover. Another very important point. When something hurts, I don't like it. But pain can be a blessing. It tells me that something is wrong. If not for this pain, I would not know that I need to go to a doctor. The deadliest diseases are the ones that develop without pain and therefore are going unnoticed. Pain is unpleasant, but it is an important signal that something is wrong. We know that everything in this material world comes from its spiritual root. Every phenomenon in my practical life is just a reflection of a higher reality. My physical troubles can be a signal that something is wrong in my spiritual life. When there is a problem, the Rebbe always advises to make sure that people have kosher mezuzahs on every door, that the person is consuming only the food which is spiritually healthy, which is kosher. The Rebbe also said that every mitzvah creates a spiritually healthier environment. Maybe this pain is a signal that I need to pay attention to something in my spiritual life. We also know that God personally directs everything that happens in this world. If I ended up somewhere, it's only because God wants me to be there. If I meet someone, it is only because God wanted me to see this person. Illness forces me to see people that I would never cross paths with otherwise. Go to places that I would never think of going to when I was healthy. Maybe there is a mission for me there. To cheer up another patient next to me, to share my advice with someone, share my experience, to do a mitzvah in this specific hospital room, which was never done before. When Hasidic journalist Gershon Jacobson was sent to a hospital with a sudden illness, the Rebbe told him, you will be able to leave the hospital when you will fulfill the mission that God sent you there for. Is illness a punishment from above? No one can answer. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. The past is not as important as the future. What led to my situation is not as important as what the situation is meant to lead to, its purpose. Everything that happens to me is directly orchestrated by God and done by Him for a reason. The sooner I can figure out this reason, the sooner I can help myself. These thoughts are taken from a Jewish Learning Institute class that we had recently at our Ariel Chabad Center. For future Jewish Learning Institute classes, visit arielcenter.org/JLI.